essentialism, which inspired this exercise. So the exercise that I've created that I do with my clients, I'm going to give you this on the following slide as a piece of homework, is to identify your top 4 priorities in your personal life. You could also do this as a work exercise as a team, but today we're going to talk about your personal life. Identify your top 4 priorities in order. It can be anything that you want. It could be sleep. It could be art. It could be date nights with your spouse, your relationship with your spouse or partner. It could be your kids. It could be some dream that you have. You get to make this list. And then once you've identified what your priorities are, they are written down. It's great to have this in a note file on your phone. You actually aim to start to live as if they are your priorities, because it's like a natural law that the things that matter most to us, the things that we keep swearing and promising ourselves that we will start prioritizing, those are the things that get shoved out the easiest by the loud things, the urgent things. It's the things that matter most that typically suffer. And we keep telling ourselves, well, it'll be better next week, but then we say that every week. So here's a strategy that can really help you. And at the core of it is becoming really, really proficient at saying no. And this is actually absolutely key to bringing your very, very best, your highest performance to your work and to the world, is cultivating that art of saying no. And you start by identifying where in your life habitually you are saying yes when you actually could quite easily be saying no. You know, when you have that feeling, when someone asks you to do something, and you know that you could actually say no, but you have that kind of sick feeling, and you find your lips moving and you find yourself saying yes, even though you could have said no. Now, I really encourage you that if this happens to you a lot, first I want you to start paying attention to when it's happening and start noticing it, but also get help around it. You use your employee assistance program, use what funding you might have to access counseling, get a coach, get an accountability colleague or family member or friend, and start really trying to understand for you, why do you find it hard to say no? Is it because you identify with being that hero or heroine, that yes person? Is it because you feel super guilty when you say no and it makes you super uncomfortable and you don't like feeling uncomfortable, so you just say yes because it's easier, even though it's awful? But what is it for you, and to understand what that dynamic is? Because once you start seeing those dynamics at work in yourself and your life, you really start to become empowered to start making different choices. And really the magic happens with essentialism. When you start getting good at not only saying no to the things that you don't have to do, but you actually start saying no to the great, happy, wonderful, shiny things that want to take over your time. Because a lot of times we have that dichotomy where we think, oh, well, if I don't want to do something and I shouldn't, then I can say no, but what if it's something really fun? Obviously the answer is yes, right? No. The next time that something really wonderful wants to come into your life, cultivate the practice again of pausing and thinking of your priorities. Get that notes file out on your phone. Is this shiny, happy thing on your priority list? And if not, how are the priorities doing? Because maybe if you haven't had a date night in forever, or you've had 0 time to yourself, or you're getting less than 6 hours sleep on a regular basis, maybe the very, very best decision you can make for yourself is actually to say no and to honor what matters most to you. So here is your homework. So write down those top 4 priorities in order. Give yourself a score for each of them, 0 to 10, 0 disaster, 10 is amazing. How is the health of each of these areas? And then for the ones that are really neglected, even just pick one. What is one simple way that you can start really honoring and prioritizing that neglected aspect? And from now on, I give you permission, and please give yourselves permission to honor and to choose what really matters. Please take such good care of you, because you are the only you that the JCC and your workplace your family, your friends, your community, and the world.